Welcome back to my latest 8-ball breakout review. Tim here to break it all down for you. Smash the like and subscribe to the channel. We're a community here. We're going to be there for each other. Today we got how shot making is all mental, especially in 8-ball, because when you actually get an opportunity to make a shot, let's see, 5 goes, and I think one or two, I thought another solid went. It's like once you get a break and you see a possible opportunity, like usually the first shot is easy. You're like, all right, maybe I'll hit this one in first, and then maybe you leave yourself something good, or maybe you don't. And then all of a sudden you get a shot that is maybe a little bit tougher. Maybe it's a long straight-in shot that you can make, but you kind of like try to steer it at the last minute, or you try to compensate for where you're like afraid of missing it. At least that's what I do. I mean, I have like this deep-seated fear of missing a shot, and it's like, oh man, I always undercut this shot, or I always overcut this shot, so I'm going to try to cut it a little bit less. But if you can find your sight line, you gotta really trust it and trust your point of aim, and then just make sure your stroke is straight. Here I'm using left spin, basically, maybe a little bit of top with it to come around. Hopefully don't scratch like this shot here. Definitely a makeable shot, and I'm already, the pressure starts to kind of build at this point, because it's like, all right, I made 3 shots. Those were easy, but now I have to execute in order to finish off the rack. Look at how solid I hit that. Maybe a little too solid, because I almost got behind the ball where I wouldn't have had a shot at all. But I just wanted to just fire it in, because, like I just said, I don't want to let my nerves get to me. This one's top left. Now, this is coming off the edge, kind of like opposite, so that actually slows it down. So when you're doing that, like the cue ball was going to the right off the rail, but I was spinning it back to the left with top left spin, so that actually slows it down. So when you do that, you got to hit it harder than you would expect, if you want it to reverberate all the way back across the table. So that one I knew I had to give it a little juice. Now this one, not too tough of a shot, but I do have trouble with these when I have to hit down at it. See, I need to put as much draw as possible on this. Not like an insane amount to where I'm going to like shank or like miss the shot or jump it or something. Yeah, a little more would have been even better, but this should be okay. At least I'm in position to make this striped ball. And I'm speeding up a little bit, so to you complainers that say this is like watching paint dry, it's like, it looks like I'm increasing the pace a little bit. So yeah, the 8-ball is the one in the middle there by where the spot is. I actually want to use lower left, and the lower aspect of that and going off a rail is both going to kind of slow down. So I need to hit it like decently hard. And you'll see I actually didn't hit it hard enough, because see, it caused it to not spin enough to where I needed the draw aspect to kick in a little bit more in order for it to get around the 2. If you hit it with draw and you hit it softer, it's gonna not be backspinning by the time it actually gets to the object ball. So you can do that if you want to kill it, which is kind of what happened. So I actually should have hit that one harder just to let the draw take effect and come down, and then the left spin off the rail, ideally would have came back around for the 8. But yeah, I still have either pocket I can shoot at here. I just thought the one from on the right from our perspective is a little bit closer, I guess, maybe a little bit better chance of making. Just felt better. I want to put top spin on this so I don't scratch. And yeah, I just gotta get a feel for it. This is kind of a lot of cut. I mean, I'm aiming way off to the side of the ball, and there it is. Just like that, I get it to go. So that was fast and furious, just like the movie.